For years, Gyumri native Nelly Charkhchyan and her daughter's family have moved from one hut to the next. One was damp, another was rat-infested, yet another did not have a restroom. They didn't own a house, and finding an affordable place to rent was extremely difficult. Now they pay 40,000 drams a month for a home which is not damp at least, and has a restroom. I dream of having our own paid-off home so that we won't have to worry about rent. Every time the rent due date rolls in, we scramble trying to come up with the money. The Charkhchyans did own a home once. It was one of Gyumri's old buildings. The structure was severely damaged by the 1988 earthquake, and although it was no longer safe for occupation, the Charkhchyans lived in it for 6 more years. Finally, they were forced to sell it at mere land value. Perhaps the fact that they had continued to live in their home made them ineligible for housing assistance. Since our residence was not completely destroyed by the earthquake, we weren't considered homeless. Satanik's husband is an Iranian of Armenian descent. Both husband and wife are highly educated, but have had a tough time finding work. Today, their income consists of Mrs. Nelly's modest pension and a bit of help from the family of Satanik's husband. They don't even dare dream of buying a house. We can't even think about that. We're barely making rent. Apparently, someone who had been a guest at the Charkhchyans' home decades ago has not forgotten about them, and, all these years later, wished to reciprocate their warm hospitality by doing something nice for them through the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund. There's someone in the United States who remembers you. He very much wished that he would find you. And today, we're here to deliver a little gift from that same individual. We don't know who he is, and he wished to remain anonymous. Perhaps one day he will come visit you. Meanwhile, I would like to hand his gift over to you. Please open it and see what it is. Go ahead. You may tear the envelope open. Thank you. I could never imagine that I would have a home of my own at 80. May God grant him good health, and we very much wish to see him. It would be a great honor for us to be reacquainted with him and have a nice chat. Whenever he feels like it, he will always be welcome. Soon the entire family is in the Mush neighborhood, in front of its own apartment. We visit the Charkhchyans again a month later. The family has settled in so thoroughly that you would think they've been living here all their lives. The air in the neighborhood is crisp and clean. There is room in the courtyard for the children to play, and the apartment is completely furnished. The most important thing is that there's no rent to pay, Satanik says with a smile. There's no longer rent to worry about. My landlord used to say, Satanik, the day you pay rent is always late. And I used to say, well, it's always too early for us. Now, thank God, things are great. In this joy-filled home, the family continues to wait for its benefactor. They have spoken with him on the phone, yet still don't know who he is. We're still wondering who he might be. He says we'll recognize him when he comes to visit us. The Charkhchyans have already had a big party at their new apartment to celebrate the 80th birthday of Mrs. Nelly, who has worked 50 years as a teacher. That day, for the first time in her life, Mrs. Nelly had the pleasure of entertaining friends and loved ones in her own home. This is the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund's 26th gift within the framework of the Gyumri Housing Project. 26 families have received new homes. The Gyumri housing project was launched in 2014 through the initiative of ArmeniaFund US Western Region and ARTN Shant TV. In order to raise funds for homeless families in Gyumri, special telethons were held in Los Angeles in 2014 and 2015, drawing the generous support of benefactors including Andranik Bagdasaryan, Vahe Kaharapetian, Haro and Diana Jordan, Haik Gelagian, Zakar Charkhchyans, Dr. Harut Mesuropian, Drs. Vraj and Svetlana Minasian, and Gyumri Mayor Samvel Belasanyan. In addition, ever since 2014, the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund's German affiliate has been supporting the Gyumri housing project with proceeds from the annual Pan-European Phonathon.